Hello, hello, Saggy Joe. Well, well, well. I usually try to not commentate on current events because I like to have things play out and then I proceed to forget to comment on anything and then lose out on the bandwagon and views and not do anything with my channel. However, that is not the case because I actually feel compelled to talk about something that's currently happening, and it's this nub over here, freaking freaking tipster. What a weirdo, man! This guy's such a weirdo. Uh, I've actually watched a few of his videos before. I don't, I don't think he ever got political. I think he had like a couple of Pokemon tutorial videos that I watched, and then maybe I watched a couple of his other videos. I just thought it was kind of weird. Um, why? Please, I don't even want to make any jokes. Um, about these two guys over here. Uh, why? Why is this the hill you're choosing to die on? You you could have chosen anything. You could have chosen something. Why Loli? Why is this the hill you're trying to die on, Tipster? Okay, I understand that there's the whole Vosh situation, and a lot of people are really dunking on Vosh, which is fine. I think he deserves it, especially when you are one of those morally high ground people. Kind of explains the whole Epstein thing because it seems like all these morally high people seem to be the ones who want to pursue uh, little kids getting diddled, which, again, it's not the actual thing, it's drawn. There's a fine line between that, to be honest. Uh, like, two wrongs don't make a right, but at least it's just drawings, I suppose. But then what's stopping the drawings from becoming reality, right? Like, what's stopping someone from, is drawings always gonna satisfy that urge? What if they would want to real kids? And I, I'm speechless. I just don't know why this is the hill. I get Vosh because Vosh, he's the one who messed up. But why is Tipster dying on this hill? I need an explanation. I understand you're good friends, right? And I think you have a disillusion of what a good friend is, but he has been caught um, defending Lolly before, so it's kind of expected that this is something that he's doing. It's just, why is this the hill you're dying on? There's so many other things he could. There's so much other. I've said that like 50 times, so I don't want to harp on it, but it's it's just, you can take the L. There's nothing wrong with taking the L. When your friend does something stupid, you don't defend them. You pick them back up and tell them, "Hey, buddy, that was pretty fucking stupid. Stop, please, for the love of God." And unfortunately, this whole stuff happened around Valentine's Day, which is kind of weird. It's kind of a weird timing. It's kind of concerning, to be perfectly honest with you. But I guess now would be the time that he'd have to be caught and released. And Vosh, it's bad enough you're doing the lolly stuff, but why are you adding a fucking horse? Just why? Yeah, I'm really at a loss for words, probably because I'm not scripted or anything, and I don't want to make jokes because I this is a serious issue. Okay, Tipster, I think, is just ingenuous. I think he's trying to defend Vosh because he himself is a very big supporter of Lolly, which is borderline CP, and in many people's eyes, it is CP. For me personally, I think it falls under that category too. Um, but I can see. I suppose there's an argument for it being borderline CP because again, it's not real kids. It's kind of like how people rationalize hentai. Um, but then again, hentai. Uh, the, I hope people feel like the genuine reaction that I'm having because it's really hard to put into words what's happening with Vosh and Tipster and that Cuffles person because they have been on this train of trying to accuse other people of being pedophiles without much basis, more so just hearsay and not a lot of evidence. Here you have very hardcore evidence of one guy being a pedo, right? It's hard to refute because why else do you have that picture? I'm actually surprised Vosh handled it the way he did because he kind of defended. He's like basically said, "Yeah, that's mine." He could have just said, "Oh, I let my buddy. He used one of those to catch a predator excuses." He could have done that, but I suppose kudos to him for owning it. And this will give Tipster some traction, but it will not be sustainable. You know what I mean? If he's trying to die on this hill because he thinks it'll give him some traction, it will. It's just not gonna be successful in the long run. You'll get a surge of views, which is what usually happens with negative controversy, and then it goes away. Like it's not stable. It's not consistent. And this guy has been struggling for a really long time. I feel like this guy has his ratio from actual views to his subscriber count is pretty laughable, to be honest. Um, and I've been watching these videos over here with these guys like trying to discipline CP. Well, what is this orchestra guy here? Look, Ilya Laporev. You probably have very good videos, but I'm trying to talk about. I try to talk about Tipster right now. Okay. Yeah, the fact that they went on this, kind of rant, this army of sorts to really put down Keemstar and a couple other YouTubers without any actual evidence, and now that you have actual evidence, they're trying to like really defend it. It's just a bad look. It's not, and honestly, it's not right. I mean, people who watch or view this stuff, just leave it alone. If you watch it, you watch it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Whatever, but leave it alone. Don't feel compelled to defend that stuff, especially on the internet. Um, the internet is vehemently against kids being in any kind of sexualized manner. But then again, sometimes I see some of the even in real life, some of this like borderline too. It's like, man, why is that shirt designed like that? It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Like, I get if you're 16 and those leggings are like that, but you're like 8. Like, what's happening? And someone designed that too. Uh, I don't know. I think for Tipster's mental health, I think he's got to leave his room wherever he stays. And I'm not saying this in a mean or ridiculous way because I've lost 30 pounds recently. I think it would do everyone some good if he would step into the gym every once in a while and fix his diet. That could actually change his whole thought process here because, yeah, that's all I gotta say. And I haven't really said much. I rambled on the same points 24/7. But anyways, later days.